You owe me.
What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. Now for the 2 or 3 people that don't know yet, Uncharted 4 got announced at the PS4 All Access event by Naughty Dog. Yeah, like I said, for those of you who still haven't seen the trailer yet, you can check it out in my previous video, which I uploaded almost like exactly after the announcement was made, with my first impressions on the trailer. But right now I have a few cool more things to talk about, some new facts that we know about the game, also some points of discussion, especially in terms of the character that's actually like reading the whole narrative in the trailer. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting video. Now, I first want to talk just briefly about, about something that I've been noticing, and I mean, like I said, I've made so many videos on Uncharted 4 speculation, and it's just like, some people have really, I mean, you can all have opinions, right? Some people thought Uncharted 4 wasn't going to happen, and me personally, I've never been like fully sure of that. I just thought it, and I had some good reasons for that, at least that's what I think. And this also happened with when I said that the PS4 was going to be released in 2013, and right now many people would be like, yeah, well, it was obvious that this year was the year of the PlayStation 4. But back then, a year ago when I said that, there was still a lot of people in denial and just overall saying that they didn't expect it to come out in 2015 or I mean till 2015 or a year after that. Exactly the same case with Uncharted. And as I said, it's not wrong to have your own opinion, and if you think, that's going to happen, that's just fine. I mean, we can all think that, and if you have a good reason for that, then yeah, that's definitely justified that you think that. But I've been getting some like personal insults, and to those people, once again, I'm just like, if you just had done a bit of research, it wouldn't have been too hard to imagine that an Uncharted 4 would happen. And to the people saying Naughty Dog never makes a 4th game, or they never did, so it's not going to happen. They always said Uncharted is a trilogy. I mean, I'm sorry to you, but like you can see that if you just do some research, Jesus Christ, if you do that, then you will know that nothing is impossible. And I'm glad, because I still think that the Uncharted franchise has a lot of potential. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I wasn't sure about it either at first, that it was actually going to happen. I just thought so. And when I saw that trailer, in the brief seconds that they're announcing their new game, but you don't know yet what it is, I was a bit scared, because I heard that first line, like the character said, some chains can never be broken, I believe. And I was like, ooh, this doesn't really sound like Uncharted. I mean, it could be something completely different. Then I saw like the map, the whole Caribbean map, I believe. And yeah, I just thought, yeah, well, I mean, it's getting pretty obvious now that it is Uncharted, but still, it could be like a pirate game or something. And somebody pointed out in the comments that you heard this sort of like this little sound effect, like a sound effect. It's a really weird effect, but it's so it's so recognizable from the Uncharted franchise. So once I heard that, I just knew it. Yep, it's Uncharted. It's gotta be. And of course, it made me very excited. It's just something that I wanted to quickly point out. Now, let me tell you 2 interesting facts here that we know about the game right now. First of all, the game is coming out for PS4, not PS3. I've said this in so many videos now, it's the obvious move. First of all, like Sony needs a system seller for the PlayStation 4, Uncharted is that system seller. How many people right now are still like doubting to get a PS4 in the first couple of years, waiting for a price drop, which isn't going to happen in like 3 years, I think so at least. But right now, with an announcement like Uncharted 4, people want to get the game, people want to get the system for that as well, the PS4. And even though the game may sell maybe only 3 million copies this time around instead of 5 million copies, if that means that they will also sell 1 million extra PS4s, then they are happy with that. That's what they want. Also, Uncharted Uncharted 4 has just been announced with a sort of like just the Uncharted title. It doesn't say Uncharted 4. So many people are thinking it's a reboot. I actually thought that at first as well. I was thinking maybe this is going to be something completely different. But Naughty Dog did confirm that it's a working title. They just called it Uncharted right now, and they will reveal like the full name or confirm that the name is actually just Uncharted, sometime in the future, which I would expect to be the Spike Video Game Awards. I still think that we're going to see a new trailer for the game there. No gameplay yet. I think they're going to wait pretty long with the gameplay because that's just going to look insane on the PS4. I'm pretty sure that they want to keep that as a surprise for a pretty long time. But yeah, I mean, the game could still be called Uncharted 4. We just don't know yet what the game is called. We only know there's a new Uncharted game coming for the PlayStation 4. Now, launch and yeah, I mean, this is also something that I've said like so many times. I think that Uncharted is going to be announced, or I mean, released, I mean, in 2014, the fall of 2014. You know, it's always been like that it's a game that will release in like October or November. And yeah, I mean, that means that they will have had like 3 years of development. That's enough to make sure that it won't be a disappointment like many people think Uncharted 3 was. And at the same time, you know, get used to the new hardware, the PS4, and get the maximum out of that as well. Actually, one thing I didn't say yet about the whole PS4, PS3 thing, like if you make it a game that comes out on the PS3 and the PS4, that means that you're gonna have some like technical, you know, just things that you gotta take note of, and that basically means that you're being held back. If you want to do some cool, new, exciting stuff in Uncharted 4 on the PS4, which you can't do on the PS3, yeah, then that means that that stuff won't be in the game. So I am just happy that it will be a PS4 exclusive as well, because that ultimately means that the game will be the best it can be. So now let's talk about the thing that we can discuss that isn't a fact, just something that yeah, I want to discuss with you all, and I hope you will share your opinions on that in the comments right now. The guy who did the voiceover in the trailer is a guy called Todd Stashwick. You know, an actor. I don't really know which films or movies, I mean, he played in. But yeah, I mean, Naughty Dog has confirmed that Amy Hennig from Naughty Dog did, and yeah, the guy himself as well on Twitter. So it's pretty clear now that he is that guy. And I was kind of suffering from like enthusiasm and tunnel vision when I first made the video, like talking right after the trailer was being published, where I said that it was probably, you know, Francis Drake. But many people pointed out that Francis Drake, you know, would have a British accent and not an American accent, which the guy in the trailer does. So it's most likely that this is just going to be the new villain, I mean, and to me he sounds like a very exciting one, to be honest, because he's all for revenge, and I would definitely expect Nathan Drake to make his return. He's just going to be the main character. That's what I expect right now, and this is going to be the villain, like I said. And yeah, he talks about how Nathan Drake pretty much left him to, you know, like buried alive, I believe he said, for about like 15 years, I believe. So it's definitely a very exciting team, I would say, because this is like the first villain who's really just about going after Drake. That's his main goal in this game, and I'm very, you know, excited to see how Drake will handle that and what that will mean for the game. Many people have pointed out that it could be like a villain from previous games, Eddie Raja or Talbot or Lazarevich, because those three villains have pretty much been, you know, also left by Nathan Drake, so they could make their return. But I just don't see that happening because it's not the same voice actor, you know, and the voice totally doesn't sound like Eddie Raja. Doesn't sound like Lazarevich. I mean, they have Graham McTavish working, you know, who also like almost just hinted that he's in a new Uncharted again. They would have him do Lazarevich if Lazarevich was to return. And Talbot just wasn't an interesting villain. I'm sorry, like I'm sure that Naughty Dog themselves thought that as well. You know, many people didn't like Marlowe and Talbot, and I'm sure they're not going to continue with a villain like that. It's just going to be a plain new one. And I can't help but think that this new villain will be Nathan Drake's father. And yeah, this is a theory that I haven't seen online yet. It's something I've been personally thinking about. You know, what we know about Drake, what we came to know actually about him in Uncharted 3 was that his real name isn't Nathan Drake, first of all, and then second of all that like his mother died, I believe, and his father pretty much left him in this, I don't know what that word is exactly called. Is it orphan house? Ah, whatever. I mean, sorry for not being English, but yeah, I definitely think there'll be continuing that part of the plot, that we'll find out a lot more about Nathan Drake's history. And yeah, it could have to do something with his dad, of course, because yeah, I mean, when he found out that his dad put him in that orphan house, then he probably must have been very pissed, and I could see him doing some bad stuff, some nasty stuff that we just don't know about, and you know, especially the point of his name that we don't know. Maybe other characters finding out, because that's what he kind of like talks about, that everything is falling apart for Nathan Drake, at least that's what I think he's talking about. Yeah, it could mean that some characters will find out about him, and we will actually find out a lot more about him. So I think it's a very interesting plot. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, you know, what they'll be doing with that. I mean, I definitely once again expect that they'll be showing another trailer at the Spike Video Game Awards that will have a bit more, maybe, you know, cutscene stuff in it. But gameplay right now I wouldn't expect yet for a couple of months. Maybe even E3, maybe they'll go as far as that. But yeah, for now I just wouldn't know. So let me know all your thoughts on Uncharted 4, you know, who do you think that character is? Is he the main villain for the next game? Is he actually the protagonist or something? Or is he actually Francis Drake but with a weird American accent? Yeah, just, I mean, let me know that. And what do you think of the whole Caribbean map in the trailer? Does that mean that there are pirates involved or something like that? And then I want to thank you a lot for watching. As soon as there is more information, you'll get that from me in the next video. And I hope to see you again next time.